So the other day, we covered this guy named Jake Doolittle, who was basically messaging YouTubers, begging them for money, and when they didn't respond, he threatened to expose them in a video. But I started looking into his lore and his history a little bit more, and it turns out this guy is a borderline stalker. Like, I think he might he might actually be a crazy person. He has an entire history with the D'Amelio sisters, he has an entire history with H3H3, and in pretty much all of it, he looks completely psychotic. I frankly can't even believe it's real. I want to learn some Jake Doolittle lore. What exactly happened with the Ethan Klein thing? Like, what was the situation? Jake Doolittle, Ethan Klein. Adam McIntyre made a video. The Fall of Jake Doolittle by Rob's Media. All right, The Fall. Wow, that is kind of brutal. Ethan Klein did a 4-hour stream on him. That sucks. That does suck. In fairness, I wouldn't like that either. I wouldn't like that either. That is pretty bad.
This is awesome. With the message, you ain't getting in the club, pal.
Me, dude.
Main entrance. Dr. Doolittle's bouncing. He's gatekeeping the entrance to the hospital.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Dr. Doolittle, come on, I'm sick. Let me in.
So this is a video I wasn't sure I was going to make, but after the H3 podcast episode and Jake's silent response, I just had to talk about this. Jake Doolittle is a YouTuber I've criticized before in the first episode of my series, Idiot Influencers. I went after him for his boring content, how he adds nothing to the subjects he talks about, being overly sensitive, and for multiple instances of being a hypocrite. And now much of these points have been exacerbated tenfold in his latest video, Ethan Klein, Harmful or Hypochondriac. This is meant to be a hit.
This is a super touchy, dangerous area to get into, accusing someone of like faking an illness or criticizing their interpretation of an illness. It's very hard to get into, especially when you're in the like the more left-wing side of YouTube, which, like, you know, Jake Doolittle, from what I can tell, kind of is. Jake Doolittle is a little bit in the what would you call it? He's kind of in like the lefty commentary community, right? And if you're going to be somebody who is calling out someone in the lefty commentary community, which is very sensitive and very respectful of like mental health, physical health, debilitating illnesses, like that's a very, very big deal. If you're going to call someone out for that, you need like dead to rights evidence. You're going to get cooked. You're going to get absolutely destroyed. I did turn the volume up, by the way.
Piece on Ethan Klein, meant to raise awareness for his charity Never Stop, but it had the opposite reaction he intended, as his usually supportive fan base turned on him. And
Wait. No way. No. He promoted the charity in the same video that he accused Ethan of like faking an illness. And then a year later, he promoted the charity in a video where he threatened to expose a YouTuber who didn't respond to his message. No way. No way. You've got to be kidding me. No way, bro. This guy should just not be running a charity. This guy should just not be running a charity at all. This should not be the case. This guy should not be running this organization. He is not responsible enough to handle it. He's making it look horrible. Frankly, nobody should donate to it because the guy running it is a idiot. Certainly is some sort of marketing. Good? Questionable? Yeah, I mean, it's terrible. It's like, how can I make myself look as bad as possible while also doing it in the name of charity every time?
And rightfully called him out for his bad faith arguments. Jake's main criticism of Ethan stems from a running gag on the H3 podcast. Ethan thought
his setup has a really heavy casting couch vibe. It does. I kind of like it, though. I think it's cool.
He might have lupus, as he displays some symptoms of it. When this turned out not to be the case, he began making jokes about his health anxiety, as any comedian would. Jake claims Ethan faked everything in the first place for sympathy donations, trying to invalidate his real-life health scare that he was being openly vulnerable about on the show. This is just really stupid. I'm not a fan of Ethan, in fact I'm critical of him, as seen in my iDubbbz documentary, but this is the lamest thing you can go after him for. Jake is essentially trying to gatekeep chronic illness because he thinks he has authority over that.
On June 16th, 2023, Ethan live-streamed an episode of his show, The H3 Podcast. The episode was going fine until Ethan said something unexpected.
This morning, it was going fine until Ethan started opening up, being vulnerable about his scary medical issue.
Lying.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, that morning, I was legit really anxious. And that's why I brought it up, because I was like, I have to be true to myself and talk about this because it's so much on my mind.
Jake himself says he has Lyme disease, and uses it as both a shield and an argument point for this video. Jake is policing Ethan's health anxiety, because he himself is very defensive over this topic, but instead this comes off as him being easily offended over it. His video is basically just 45 minutes of him trying to explain a joke he will never understand, and despite him being a former fanboy of H3, he doesn't seem to get many of the other running gags on the podcast.
I just don't get why Jake is going out of his way to call Ethan out for this. Like, there's a lot to criticize Ethan for, but the thing you're criticizing him on is that he says he's a hypochondriac when you think he's not or something. Out of anything you can criticize him for, why? There's a lot to criticize H3 for. I mean, I've made like an hour and a half long video about it. Granted, it was years ago, but even now, like, if you want to criticize H3, Hassan has a lot of reasons to criticize H3. Do I think he's probably wrong? Yeah, fuck yeah. But like, at least Hassan has some like justification. At least he's kind of making a point, I guess. This is just like a low IQ thing to do. And it's not even the first time he's done something like this. Well, sorry, maybe this was the first time he's done something like this in the name of charity, but he did it again the other day and we watched it. What is this guy's deal, really? Like, what really is his deal? No! Why? I was trying to see if he made a statement about the allegations or something. No. Dude, that's fucking awesome. Why is it literally like the Soy Jack meme? Why? Making this face while holding some kind of dildo thing? I'm hooking you all up with free toys. All you have to do is sign up and receive your free gift. No, dude. No. No. What is this? They are relationship goals? What is this, bro?
YouTube couple.
Do anything in the bathroom?
I just can't get enough of this YouTube couple.
Do anything in the bathroom? Nothing?
I was putting some lipstick on, and then I was giving my phone.
So you put what you put on?
You know what's awesome about this is this lady's like
Whose was that?
70 something, and on top of that,
was
she's
my
pregnant,
lipstick.
and
Oh, it was?
how she
Yeah.
got
Did you
pregnant
ask
is available
anybody if
on
you could put it on?
OF. So good for her.
I asked-
Wow. If I was the parent of the kid who was talking in that original sound, I think I would sue. I just can't get enough of this.
That was fucking insane. What was that? We went to the Eras tour. Oh, man. His sense of humor is crazy. I don't know what kind of sense of humor it is. I don't know how we can describe it. What is his most popular video of all time? Drew Gooden loves my cursed TikToks. Yeah, I bet Drew Gooden doesn't talk to him anymore. Drew Gooden's like, F you, bro. This guy messaged him 1,000 times. It was like, hey, man, you need to donate to my charity or you're racist. Donate to my charity or you're gay and cringe and racist. And also, if you don't donate to my charity, I'm going to f your mom in the ass and expose you on YouTube. And Drew was like, unfollowed. Drew was like, block. Drew was like, you're out of the close friends Instagram story. Chernobyl isn't this cancerous? I mean, at least Chernobyl like created some cool fish or something. You know, some cool like radioactive fish with 3 heads. What did this guy do? What is this guy creating? What is he creating? What is he doing?
He goes after Ethan for mispronouncing medical terms, yet this is something he does all the time.
This also adds to my claim of Ethan searching his labs and not hearing the results from an actual doctor due to the mispronunciation.
I even read.
Due to the mispronunciation, that is the most unprofessional way to deduct a conclusion from a situation.
So
Because you couldn't say it right, you didn't actually see a doctor.
it's insane.
That's insane.
Well, and the truth is, Jake, most of my correspondence, which I read on the show, were with my doctors. So they.
Bro, wait. I have an idea. Hold on. Wait. No way. I have a concept. I have a concept of a plan. I'm opening Photoshop real quick. All right? This is going to go crazy. You guys aren't going to believe this. Hold on. I need to change my screen share thing so you guys can see this. All right? Here we go. Okay. All right. You guys see this? Okay. Check this out. This is Photoshop, as you can see. So let me do a little bit of craftsmanship here, okay? First of all, we need a picture of Mr. Doolittle. All right. There we go. All right. We're going to remove the background on that. All right. There we go. That looks pretty good, right? Now, I have a vision. Okay. What do you guys think? Pretty cool? Pretty swag? I thought I was supposed to be watching a video about Jake Doolittle, and instead I ended up making a polycule expanded image. My bad.
They wrote it out to me, okay? And I think I read all of my doctor messages, or at least most of them.
I think also reading something not correctly is a condition.
I
So
have dyslexia.
are you like aware of that one?
Says who?
Definitely ableism.
No.
I also find it funny how Jake goes after Ethan for his sarcasm about getting medical information off ChatGPT, when it's clear Jake got all of his info off Google. It's like he thinks he's a doctor or something. Dr. Doolittle, the world's most annoying medical professional.
I feel like a lot of breadtubers do this. It's like a very actually, like they're very entitled and condescending in this way. Like I don't even know if I would call him a breadtuber. I probably have as like a fucking slur before, but I don't know if I would really call him a breadtuber because I don't even know if he's like a socialist. He probably isn't. He's probably not. He's just like a left of center guy, which is totally fine. But he does embody like the just the stereotype of the kind of guy that a guy who looks like him would act. You know what I mean? You guys know what I mean, okay? It's a kind of guy. I'm a kind of guy. He's a kind of guy. A lot of us are kinds of guys. Some might even argue that I'm the same kind of guy, which is possible. I'm willing to accept that. But I'm trying to break the mold here, all right? I am a soy boy, but I'm trying to break the mold. You know how it is. I'm trying to break the mold. And I really am. It's true. Maybe Chris will let me join the polycule now that I'm a baby.
Well, this video is a nitpicky mess, where he cuts out crucial information to make Ethan look bad. He purposely doesn't mention Ethan donating lots of money to fans, going through medical issues, since he felt bad for those actually going through it.
So I guess that's it. I have spent 4 months gathering information
4
on
months?
Ethan and
4 months.
Oh
gathering
my god!
information.
And there's
No, that's not true. That's just a straight up fucking lie. This is like when he brags about how, or not even bragging. This is when he's like, I spent so much time in my videos. I've uploaded 73 videos in the past 6 months. Who does that? Who does that? Well, when your videos are fucking shit, it's pretty easy, actually. When your videos suck, it's very easy to upload like every fucking day. I would know. But he's so self-aggrandizing. He's like, I spent 4 months. It shouldn't take you 4 months to make a fucking hour-long exposed video where you just react to podcast clips and say he's lying. There's no way you spent 4 months. There's just no way.
so much missing.
Well, like, it's just such a self-own to say that, because every single thing he took, he misinterpreted, took out of context, gave it the worst bad faith, and omitted lots of shit, like calling me like a classist and then not acknowledging that I donated money to people. You know, according to you know all of that, and you chose not to put it in the video.
Again, there are many things to criticize Ethan for, but this is the lamest reason to go after him. You would think a breadtuber would go after him for his fallout with Hassan Piker, but no, it's gatekeeping lupus, a disease Jake doesn't even have. This was obviously done in poor taste, and his fans didn't like that one bit.
I try to refrain from making like character judgments on people, but Jake Doolittle seems like a very resentful person. He seems very, very resentful, which, in fairness, if he really does have a chronic illness being Lyme disease, why wouldn't he be a little bit resentful? I kind of feel bad for him, honestly. I would be surprised if he turned out differently with having that, just because, it would probably make you kind of resentful if you have a chronic illness that is debilitating, I don't think he should be absolved of his fucking actions because of that, but yeah, I don't know. He seems like a very, very resentful dude. He's very envious. That seems to be his greatest sin. And he really does not like, he seems to really not like when someone like ignores him or doesn't respond to his DM. It makes him very upset. I have chronic illness and I don't do this shit. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of people that don't. I'm just like, I'm watching this videos and I'm seeing how resentful he is, and I'm trying to like come up with some reason why he is this way. Very much a why me. Well, it's not only why me, but it's like, why can't it be me? It's more like, why don't you respond to my DM? Like, it's a personal attack to me if you don't do that. If you don't respond to my Discord call, it's a personal attack. If you don't donate to my charity, it's a personal attack. Like, he seems to care less about the charity in the video he made where he was upset that people weren't donating to it. He seems to care less about the charity and care more about the fact that people aren't donating to his charity.
Most of the hate Jake got was from his own fanbase, but he'll tell you otherwise. He thinks it's only the H3 fans, going after Jake to defend their man. Well, Jake, I haven't been an H3 fan in 4 years, so what's your excuse now? As soon as he posted the announcement, his fans were warning him not to post the full video. He ignored this and did so anyways. It got way more dislikes than likes, and most of the comments were very level-headed explanations for why they didn't like the video. In response, Jake began deleting comments, including one from fellow breadtuber Ryan.
Oh man, he deleted comments? Why? This is the thing. It's like, if you're willing to make a public accusation about a massive YouTuber and people criticize you for it, like, you're a commentary YouTuber. Shouldn't you be willing to accept criticism of yourself? You don't have to like respond to all of it. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to like make a video about it, but censoring it from your own comment section? I feel like unless someone is like doxing you, you shouldn't be censoring anything from your comment section, probably.
Beard. Mr. Beard posted about it on Twitter, along with screenshots. He said, From what I can see, it seems like Ethan is a hypochondriac and is using humor to cope with his hypochondria. I also suffer from hypochondria, and it would really suck to have someone make a video like this attacking me if I vented about my health anxiety on the internet. All of your criticisms that Ethan doesn't know what he's talking about are common of health anxiety. You spend hours scouring the internet for possible diagnosis and come to irrational conclusions about your health. That's why health anxiety is classified as a mental disorder. I agree with you that sometimes people can accidentally cause harm while venting about their health anxiety, but it doesn't seem like you're showing any empathy.
He doesn't have Lyme disease. He has chronic Lyme. Are these different things? Chronic Lyme. It says it's not well defined and is supported. It is not supported by many experts. What is this though? Used to describe people with different illnesses. While the term is sometimes used to describe illness in patients with Lyme disease, it's also been used to describe symptoms of people who have no clinical or diagnostic evidence of a current or past infection. What does it do? What are the symptoms of chronic Lyme? Pain, fatigue, brain fog, memory problems, depression and anxiety, headaches, neck stiffness, facial palsy, arthritis, heart palpitations, dizziness, inflammation of the brain, nerve pain, numbness, or tingling in the hands and feet. Okay. But wait, this is Lyme disease, though. No, this is chronic Lyme. But okay, so the first ones were chronic Lyme, and then the second one was, I don't know. I'm not an expert on this shit. I'm trying to understand what's going on.
Or consideration for that very real distress that health anxiety can cause. I understand that you have a history of chronic illness, but if you don't have a history of health anxiety, it's unlikely that you can truly empathize with what Ethan is going through, which I think is causing you to have a very biased take on what Ethan is experiencing and assuming bad intentions, when it doesn't seem to me like Ethan has any malicious intent. In the future, I recommend trying to have a more nuanced approach when discussing people experiencing health anxiety.
After watching a Tom Dark live video, I've experienced severe CTE and it has developed into a TBI, turkey brain injury. I have Mr. Beast Crohn's disease, autism now. Thanks, Libtard. Okay. You're welcome. Man, Mr. Beard, what a base comment. He's very right. It's just a very tough position to be in, to be accusing someone else of faking their illness or like misrepresenting their own illness in any way. Like, it's very hard to go after. It's such a difficult Herculean task to accuse someone of faking some kind of disorder or illness unless they admit to faking it, that I generally would just never attempt it. So I don't know why Jake did this. I don't get it.
Jake decided to post his video the day the podcast went on break, and when it returned, Ethan posted a teaser showing Jake's face. Jake responded, begging for this to stop. He says he's been getting death threats and had to.
My face when I'm excited to return to the podcast tomorrow. I will do anything to make this stop. The death threats telling me to kill myself and saying I was never sick in the first place is something I cannot handle. I was trying to make a video from the perspective of a sick person and didn't connect with everyone. I was in the hospital last week after posting the video. I legitimately cannot handle it anymore. I apologize to everyone involved. Oh, man. Poor guy. I mean, I don't like that people are telling him to kill himself or sending him death threats. That's not cool. But at the same time, like, you are a commentary YouTuber. You did make a critical video about a large channel. They have a right to respond to you and bully you if they want to. You know, they have a right to respond to you and criticize you for your bad take. And like, once again, like, the excuse, like, I was trying to make a video from the perspective of a sick person and didn't connect with everyone. That's not really it, though. Like, it wasn't just, like, that doesn't justify what you said. You know what I mean? It's the like, man, the failure to take responsibility. It's so frustrating. This is just like in the more recent video he did, where he was like, people don't want to work with me because I made one bad video. I post so many videos. I'm going to make at least one bad one. And it's like, well, you're judged by your greatest failures. And, you know, that is the way that it works. You know, obviously you can be forgiven for doing something dumb. But if you refuse to accept the fact that it was your fault and instead complain about the consequences, that shows that you haven't grown as a person. You know, you have to have your penance. You got to pay your dues. And if you haven't, you know, fuck you. He seemingly doesn't even think he did anything wrong. Like, it's like, oh, I'm so misunderstood. Woe is me. Poor me. People are being mean to me online. Do you not think that when you, like, make videos about other public figures, sometimes some of the deranged fans go and harass someone? Like, it's probably likely that, you know, someone that Jake Doolittle's made a video about has gotten like a death threat because of his video. And it's not really his fault. There are just deranged people in the audience. This is like a get out of jail free card. Like, please feel bad for me. Ethan Klein, don't bully me. You know?
To go to the hospital over this. This is Jake trying to gain some last minute sympathy, knowing Ethan isn't going to go easy on him. And while death threats are horrible, as Ethan points out himself on the podcast, many big creators get them. It's not an excuse for your horrible behavior, nor does it justify anything either. Plus, the video was still up. He did not feel any remorse for it. He only deleted it once Ethan had it pulled up during the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, you're a public figure. You're gonna get psycho. I mean, has anyone here on the crew not gotten a death threat at one point?
That's my other thing too. It's like, yeah, dude, we
A dime a dozen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get
Not
many.
saying it's okay. People
Not
that
saying
do
it's
that are
okay.
nuts and fuck them. But
Yeah.
it's also like that doesn't absolve you of anything because
Yeah.
that happened to you.
And
Sorry.
again,
It's
I didn't
like-
even say anything. He goes, please make it stop. Oh, you know what it was? He saw me talking about it right now, and I said, the video's still up on your channel. So maybe he thinks,
The thing with the death threats is like it's just words on a screen most of the time. Like it usually doesn't mean anything. It's usually just a word on a screen, you know? It's not nice to read someone detailing how they're going to dismember you limb from limb, but like generally it doesn't mean anything. Especially, I don't know, I guess when you're a YouTuber, you just get kind of used to it. So it's like, I don't know, it just doesn't bother me. This isn't like me having like such a thick skin and being such a badass. It's just like, it is literally just words on a screen. Like at a certain point, it's got to stop bothering you. You know, it's just part of being a public figure. You just get a few crazy comments. You just ignore it. That's it.
now he's done everything he can.
Ethan had a backup though, and he spent 3 hours
What is Jake's logic? Is he allowed to take a shot at Ethan, but Ethan can't say nothing? Well, his logic is he's getting hate on the internet. Therefore, please don't do this to me. He's begging with Ethan like Ethan is like some merciful mafia boss who's like, please don't do it to me. My kids. I know I haven't paid the check yet, but I'll get you next week. And Ethan's like, son, we're firing up the H3 podcast. It's over. It's over.
totally demolishing Jake. Ethan is rightfully pissed at him, as he was attacked over his health problems. Jake also went after Ethan's mom, which really set him off.
But no, she does. I'm sure she wishes she didn't. It's been challenging for her. Jake, you scumbag loser. What would you know about it?
She had a whole health scare that was actually documented on our channel
Such a little scumbag.
a few years ago.
How dare you? How dare you even talk about my mom like this?
He's nuts.
You fucking bitch.
Jake should have known this would happen. He's not some innocent little guy. Many of his videos are him shitting on other people. Now that the person he's going after fought back, he claims innocence. The same thing happened with the Orange Peanut drama, but now it's at a more extreme extent. Jake is a fucking loser who can't handle the smallest bit of hate, yet dishes it out any chance he can. Ethan has a toxic fan base, and Jake knew that, but he has this hate boner for Ethan, as he used to be a fan up until a few months ago.
I'm curious what in the past few months made Jake hate Ethan. Because I became a lot less favorable towards Ethan like years ago. But I'm curious, what was it, the Israel-Palestine thing? Although this video is from 11 months ago, so it must not be that. Because most of that shit with Israel-Palestine, as far as the big drama about it, just happened in the past couple of months. So what was it that made him hate him?
So why did Jake make the video in the first place? Well, because he's bitter that Ethan never hired him. Jake was very publicly gushing about H3H3, and even got a chance to call into the show. Apparently, the management for the D'Amelio sisters didn't pay Jake for the photos he took of them. Ethan pitied the little boy, so he offered him $500. Jake said to keep the $500 if Ethan would look at his resume. Internally, Ethan groaned, but he said yes anyways.
Stay on the line. I'm going to send you $500 because the D'Amelio family didn't.
Stop it.
The D'Amelio family didn't pay you $500. I'm going to pay because they're cheap fucking freaks.
It's like a real.
I mean, he's lost a lot of weight since then. He was bloat maxed here. He was on the winter arc. He's on the summer arc now.
Or their team is.
Well, yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. So you stay on the line, okay?
Thank you very much.
I'm going to make you whole.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
If you look over my resume, can you keep your $500?
Stay on the line. Are you in LA?
He did say he was subscribed.
I'm not in LA. I'm remote, but love
You're
it killing
Maine,
it out of
bro.
Sweden. I bet you I could kill it.
Okay, so stay on the line. I'm going to give you the 500. I'm going to give you the 500 to make you whole. And remember, D'Amelio family, Ethan pays on time.
That's right.
And also send your resume. Stay on the hold. We'll get both, okay?
Ethan never hired him because, well, there's nothing special about him. He's a talentless bread tuber who would only be able to work remotely since he doesn't live in LA. In this hit piece, Jake claims this call happened recently, but it happened in September 2021. That's 2.5 years ago, Brainiac. For years after this, Jake obsessively DM'd H3 crew members, wanting to collab or appear on the podcast again. These were mostly ignored, though AB did briefly talk to Jake. Jake offered to take photos for AB at Creator Clash, which he denied. Jake went out of his way to find AB after the fight, and later begged him to collaborate in a video.
Jake Doolittle, this is him spamming your Twitch chat.
Yeah, so he...
Dear AB, come on my YouTube channel, please. I will not be ignored. One day, my ass. My tip didn't show up on stream, but I sent a bribe. Hi, King. Hope you're good. AB Ayad is king. Make a video with me. And he's like trying to frame it a little bit ironically here, but he's also serious. Like he really, really wants attention. This is like a parasite. Okay, so it's all kind of coming together. He just doesn't like when people don't answer his DMs. He doesn't like when people don't respond to his messages. This is the same thing that happened with the last video we saw. Like once a year, it seems like he has like a... Once a year, he has like a crash out where someone doesn't respond to his messages and he just goes psychotic on them, basically. Yeah, this is the charity beggar guy. Same dude.
You can't delete Twitch chat messages. So I was able...
I kind of feel bad for him. It's like he just wants someone to fucking respond to his message. And not one motherfucker will. Not one guy will take one for the team and just message this guy back so he doesn't go schizo. One of you needs to message him back, all right? It's not going to be me. It's not going to be Ethan. It's not going to be a lot of people, but it's not going to be Drew Gooden, all right? But it's got to be someone. Someone needs to take pity on this guy and just message him back to save us all. Someone just message him back. Someone needs to just hit him up and be like, hey, I love you and I'm your friend. Someone like, I don't know, someone with like at least 1 million subs, like that threshold needs to message him and be like, you fucking rock. It's a bit more than that. It's like he doesn't like when people do what he wants. That's true. Well, I think that we need someone who's willing to message him back. But then basically what can happen is instead of them having to do what he wants, what can happen is, because Jake needs to vent, clearly. He needs to vent to someone. So what'll happen is, you know, Jake's going to like be thinking about making a YouTube video about that person who messaged him and then they didn't message him back eventually. But then we'll have like a revolving door where like, so we'll start with like person A. So person A will message Jake and be like, yo, I fucking hate Ethan Klein. I love your stuff. Jake's like, yo, that's so sick. So what's going to happen is person A is going to be like, I'd love to donate to your charity. Jake's going to be like, sick. Person A donates to the charity. But then Jake needs more money. So he says, hey, can you donate? Person A says no. And Jake starts getting frustrated. Person A is sensing this. So what happens is person A contacts person B. Now person B is going to repeat the same thing. And this cycle is going to go all the way around. We're going to build this business, sort of a, you know, kernel of Jake Doolittle in the middle, sort of a crust of all these persons A through Z. And they're going to revolving door him to basically keep him from going insane. That's my theory. That's my plan. Let me know. Yeah, he is like a BPD baddie, except he's like a chubby white kid. It's kind of cool. You don't see it every day.
Able to look him up because, yeah, I would. So what he would do also is he would donate, like, so that I had, you know, kind of more force me to respond.
Yeah.
When he would send messages. So he kept saying, come on my channel.
Here's this. Jake Doolittle. Come on my channel, please. Who's this to?
This is to me.
So this is to, okay. Come on my channel, please. This is me reminding you to come on my channel. Excuse me. Are you doing videos with people now? Girl,
oh no!
I love. Did you leave?
No.
Keep them on red?
I didn't accept it. I don't.
You're such
think.
a. I love that.
Oh man! Why is the first DM he's sending people saying "come on my channel"? Just get to know them first. Just get to be friends with them. Jake Doolittle is to H3H3 what Turkey Time is to Destiny. True. That's very true. He will not be ignored. It's just like, it hurts. I feel bad for him. I don't even want to be mean anymore. He just wants a friend, man. He just wants someone. He just needs someone to fucking respond and be like, you're okay, and I would love to be in your fucking YouTube video. Did he react to his own message with the alien? Yes, he did.
A lot of these, the crew didn't even see them until the situation.
Right.
They went and checked.
Yeah, I went and looked.
I'm pissed. Fucking guy didn't even message me.
He didn't message me.
Yo.
Fuck, dude.
You got
What the
FOMO
fuck,
about
Jake?
it?
I thought we're boys, man.
He didn't message me.
AB reluctantly agreed and appeared in some boring ass video where they reacted to TikToks. AB doesn't mention anything about H3 in this video, and guess what? Jake refers to him as his pal.
Hi sisters, today I'm doing a video with my pal, AB.
Hello. How's it going?
You know, it's going great, man. I'm so happy to have you here. I've wanted to do a video with you for a while.
I'm new to doing this whole YouTube collab type thing. That's what you'd call it, but
Sure.
yeah.
This is borderline stalker behavior, which Ethan calls out to a great extent.
Well, hold on. How did he?
Yeah, Annie in chat says this has stalker vibes. It is very weird. I would hate for this guy to like want to be my friend because it would go very poorly. I would hate for this guy to either want to be my friend or to like really like hate me. Because I feel like he would like, I feel like in real life, if you know this guy, you like ignore his DM and then he's like looking in your window like, hey, want to collab? Hey, did you get my message? Did you get my message? It's okay if you didn't, but did you get it? Don't you love me anymore? I thought you loved me. You said that you love me, and now you don't respond to my message. It's just like.
Did he find you at the hotel? That was the part that I found.
Yeah, no, the first Creator Clash, because it was a new thing, we didn't have all the security there that we should have, and so fans were finding out where we were staying and like waiting there all night in the lobby just for people to walk by, and he was one of the people that I saw there. I'm guessing he just found out that's where it was, or maybe he got a badge. Yeah.
A badge,
like a photography badge. Maybe he knew someone else. I know he knows some other.
This is like, he said no. He just went there anyway and found him. That's so weird. This is actually really scary. This is really, really scary. Ooh. Wait, hold on. Why does he follow me on Instagram? I'm scared now. I'm kind of horrified. I feel like this is like the mark of the beast or something. That he follows you on Instagram. I feel like this is a scary thing. To see the follow back option is like, ooh, what am I getting into? I'm just going to block him just to be safe. Just to be safe. He's scary, man. He's scary. You never know what he's going to do. You really don't.
The same shit he did with us, where he said, oh, I'm friends with this person. Like when he reached out to me, he's like, oh, I believe you're going to show the messages. But he at one point was like, oh, you just had on Curtis Connor, who's a friend of mine, so you need to come on my channel. And he just made it seem like he's really close with all these guys. I don't know if he is or not, but
It took Jake years to figure out these guys don't want to play with him, so he decided to go after them any way he can. He's like Syndrome from The Incredibles, though at least Syndrome almost succeeded in his plan.
I only wanted to help, and what did you say to me?
He is like him.
Fly home, buddy. I work alone.
It tore me apart, but I learned an important lesson. You can't count on anyone, especially your heroes.
Yeah, but at least Syndrome became like a billionaire who like sold weapons and built like some cool robots and then tricked Mr. Incredible into coming to his island so he could train the robot and then made the robot really good and then, you know, had this whole plan for world domination. You know, he failed, but like he had like a plan. He had, you know, he had like some cool stuff. I'm Syndrome! But like what did Jake Doolittle do? He just makes YouTube videos. Why is his name Doolittle? I can't believe that. That's a crazy name. Maybe you need to do more. Maybe you need to do weights.
Jake prefixes the video by saying it's going to promote his charity, Never Stop. According to the website, it claims, Never Stop is a charity for the diagnosed.
Should have focused on winning before getting his revenge. Well, usually if you win, you forget that you wanted revenge anyway. So, I feel like, yeah.
The misdiagnosed, and everything in between. Our goal is to provide financial assistance to people in long-term financial and physical crisis. And while part of me thinks it's great that Jake is trying to do good, another part of me wonders if this is just to make himself look good. I know that sounds awful to say, but hear me out. I'm not saying this charity is a fraud, but that he uses it as a shield from criticism. Oh, you think I'm horrible for making that Ethan Klein video? Well, it's for charity. I'm helping people by shaming his health anxiety.
I mean, that is literally, Rob's Media was totally right. He literally did this in his latest video. He literally was like, how could you not collab with me? Don't you think this is bigger than you and your little YouTube channel? Okay, I'm running a charity to help people. What the fuck are you doing? Like, he literally did have that take.
There's barely anything on the site besides a donate page, a form to apply for assistance, and
never stop following Ethan Klein home.
and merch to buy. This is the bread and butter of the site, the merch. Jake claims 10% of his profits will go to the Never Stop Fund, but why only 10%? For merch meant to promote charity, we would think more of it would go to that charity. And I get that there's like production costs and stuff, but it's 10%. You'd think it'd at least be 50%? And this merch isn't cheap either. It costs $15 to get a small ass ornament, $30 for a hat, and $65 for a simple sweatshirt. This 10% value is not mentioned at all on the website, just at the end of a few of his videos.
I'm just saying. So this is $65, all right? You're telling me for $10 more, you get this? Whoa. And they're sold out. What can I say? And $0 went to charity. You're telling me for $10 more, you get this? Ooh. Dab on him. That's what we call a dab on him.
This 10% value is not mentioned at all on the website, just at the end of a few of his videos.
Also, if you feel like it, you can donate to the Never Stop Fund. 10% of all profits from the clothing brand go into the fund, so either way, you're helping people out.
There's not much else.
10% is really low. Like, what? Usually when I see merch, like charity merch, it's like, you know, I don't know, like at least half of the proceeds will go to charity. But like out of the profit, which means he's already covered his expenses, only 10% of that is going to charity. It's not going to be that much money in the end. I doubt he was selling like a crazy amount of merch. It might be a couple $100s. Like
on the site either. Not even any proof that this money has been given to those in need. There's no photos or any confirmation that I can find. But if there is any, please let me know. I'm not completely dismissing that notion. A post on Reddit also mentions Jake pressuring fans on a live stream to buy $50 worth of merchandise for a chance to get a refund and free order.
The next person to place a Never Stop order under $50, I'll refund it. As long as it's under $50, the next person to place an order on Never Stop, I will refund it. Don't miss out. Okay.
I don't really get it. The next person who buys my merch will get a refund. Why though?
Hey.
This to me is also pretty sketchy. The post claims, to be clear, this has nothing to do with the merch not being tax deductible. That is normal. For one is making a purchase opposed to a donation. Usually charities would calculate any costs, like administration, production, and transaction fees, before turning profit, thus being able to say 100% of the profits go to charity. Now I'm going to give Jake the benefit of the doubt and say nothing here is malicious. He's definitely not experienced at doing charities, and is making loads of mistakes. I legitimately hope he fixes this and is more open with the changes. It still rubs me the wrong way that he's using this charity as an excuse to cause needless drama. It makes it seem like an ego boost, meant to make his reputation stronger. This is the case for many breadtubers, who try to present themselves as wholesome, quirky people who stick up for others. In reality, many of them are vindictive, spiteful people, who will backstab their friends for internet clout.
Well, if anybody's profiting off Lupus, it sure ain't me, buddy.
Well, it was dropped when ad revenue was the highest.
True.
Through December.
And also, again, as subs go up, people mentioned that he does have a merch thing that has the same name as his charity, Keep Going or whatever. And he doesn't disclose it upright. I don't know if he discloses it anywhere. He says it's for awareness, but of the merch, he donates only 10%.
What?
And it has the name of the nonprofit charity on it.
That's very
So
inappropriate.
I think a lot of people that go to that probably assume that their purchase is going towards the charity.
Right.
So my boy is getting some guacamole out of this.
I mean, that's true. I don't know if I totally trust Ethan's research here. There might be some other explanation, but yeah, I mean, it would be obviously misleading and bad if that is the case.
This Lupus scandal.
Pretty messed up.
You know what I mean?
I haven't seen a lot of good screenshots for this claim, so.
I would call that false
Allegedly. We like to allege things here.
Yeah, I mean, using the same name is not a good idea either way. I agree.
Oh, yes.
The music is so vibey for this video. I feel like I should be dancing. Not that I dance, but I feel like I should be.
Don't imagine I'll make another video on this guy unless something else big happens. In fact, I wasn't even going to make this video until the H3 podcast episode came out. Jake is a clown, a true hypocrite, with loose morals that he switches at a moment's notice to make himself seem like the better person. He will never change, and I honestly can't imagine him having a strong comeback of any kind. His own fans are against him, finally noticing what I noticed many months ago. But I'm sure I'll get a few baseless hate comments defending Jake. Like from this retard, who left 30 comments trying to shit on anyone who slightly
The are far right, literally. The video is insanely boring. Exactly. Jake isn't even in my top 5, sweetie. It's just like schizophrenic commenter. Comments are awesome.
disagree with them. If there's anything I got wrong in this video, please let me know in the comments below. There's bound to be something I missed. Thanks for watching. Bye.
The reason that we suspect Lupus.
Wait.
Bro, you could have condensed this video a lot, dummy.
Mhm.
Like this whole middle section.
Honestly, I feel like he just shouldn't make commentary videos. Oh, this is why he wanted, because he got it right one time, I bet. He made a video called Faking Disability for Clout. He criticized someone and he got it right. So then he thought that he could just get it right every time. And that's why he went after Ethan. That and the resentment generally. Okay. It's kind of adding up now. This all smells like late stage cancer. It does. I hope he feels better though. I feel like he should just not make commentary videos. He should just make like movie reviews or something. He'd probably be better at that. He probably is like a, he looks like a artsy guy. He probably likes art or something. He'd probably be better at that. See his most popular video. Drew Gooden loves my cursed TikToks.
It's Jake here, and I'm back with another video. And I'm here with my pal, Drew Gooden.
He loves saying my pal. He loves being like, this is my pal, my friend. In case you didn't know, this guy is my freaking friend.
Drew, welcome to the channel.
Thank you. It's so good to be on the channel. I love what you've done with the place. Looks
Thank
really
you.
nice.
Thank you very much.
So make me laugh now.
It's that easy. It's that simple. So
yeah, I'm on a tight schedule here. So if you could, fast forward to the guffaws and the chuckles.
All of these TikToks are going to be fully appropriate. Everything's going to be okay with these. So I've done this with Curtis.
It's just so awkward.
I mean,
he loves it. Yeah.
I can't say that he didn't do a good job because I've never seen someone Debunking on one of the,
I'm trying to see what are his like cursed TikToks.
Yeah. One of the worms, yeah, and then just going, ow.
My bud, my pal, my friend, my
he
boy.
doesn't care. He needs to film that TikTok for sure.
Well, he was almost done. Might as well finish it.
That's true.
Before
That's
attending
true.
to your child. Let's move on. I don't like this one.
Let's see what this next one is.
This is fucking retarded. Anyway, I don't know what else the fuck I'm supposed to say about that. Yeah, there you go. There's a Jake Doolittle update. You never know what you're gonna get. Oh, all right. On that note, it is 2:30 a.m. Thanks for watching. Become a member if you want to watch the full stream VOD. New Turkey Tom video this weekend. New Tom Dark video tomorrow. Subscribe.